Looks pretty good. Been working on this for a while. Not 6 months, but for a while. Anyhow, I've had my Switch Lite for nearly 6 months now, and I'm making it my main Switch. It really has overtaken the OG Switch as the Switch I like to play on most. I'm traveling, I'm back and forth, I'm between states, I'm all over, and the Switch Lite works wonderful for me. So finding the best case has been of the utmost importance. Finding a case that is going to be compact, protective, and allow me to carry games, it's been paramount. And so today we're going to go over the best Switch Lite cases that I have seen and the one that I have decided and use as my main Switch Lite case. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of these cases. If you even really care about cases, if that's an important purchase for you with your Switch or your Switch Lite or maybe your future Switch, hit that like button if you enjoy the videos. And if you like the setup, I worked really hard on it. I hope you guys enjoy and appreciate it. But right before we get to my favorite cases and the premium way that I like to care for my Switch, I just want to say that this Orzly case is $15. And if you don't care about premium, if you don't care about having it be really, really nice and look really nice and be ultra protective, this case is fantastic. This is $15, and I just want you to know that if you want to spend the least amount of money and still have a good case, this Orzly case for Switch Lite, it does the job. It protects it, it's got a lot of pockets, it stores games, and it's $15. So if that is right for you, that's right for you. I understand totally. For me, I like to take a little bit better care of my system and give it a little bit of pampering, if you will. I've been using this Waterfield case for my regular Switch since around launch. I went through a bunch of cases way back then. We compared a bunch of them in videos, and this is the case that I have used, and this is the case that I love. And so I was very excited to see that Waterfield made new cases for Switch Lite, and I've got 2 of them that I want to show you and put through a little bit of intricate examination. Okay, so when I'm looking for my Switch Lite case, here is what I need, my list. I need protection. I need it to be soft and comfortable for that Switch Lite, not because I'm goofy, but I don't want it to scratch or scrape or scuff. So I'm talking about exterior protection and interior softness, love, cuddles for that Switch Lite system. I need some way to store extra stuff, not too much extra stuff, because now I'm a Switch Lite main. I don't need a ton of accessories. I just want a place to maybe keep an extra Joy-Con, some games, a cord, a cable, and I needed to have a small form factor. I want it to be something that I can slip into pretty much any bag, take out with ease, open and close with ease, and know that when I'm on the plane, if my bag gets thrown or if I'm rushing and I drop my bag, that nothing's gonna come out, it's not gonna explode, I'm not gonna have a Switch Palooza all over the airport bathroom floor. I gotta make sure that it's secure, it's soft, and it carries what I need. Plus, it helps if it looks good too. This has been the bad boy I've used for my OG Switch since pretty much the beginning. You can see there's some wear and tear. There are some cat scratches. There are some cat teeth marks. Muffin loves to gnaw on this when I have it out, so I leave it on the shelf. But look, it's held its own. It stores the games nicely in the front. It keeps the Switch safe in the middle, and it stores extra stuff with its ultra soft pouches, its protection, and its back zipper where you can put Joy-Con or cords. Hey, it's a freaking charging cable. I've been looking for an extra USB-C. There we go. Good thing I always had it here in case I needed it. I'll put it back. It's probably better to have a backup rather than an extra primary. You know what I mean? Who needs an extra primary? That's why I will not get that Coral Switch Lite. Anyhow, this is my go-to Switch case. So I was very intrigued when they said, hey, we've got a smaller version of the CitySlicker for the Switch Lite, but we also have this slipcase for the Switch Lite. Which one will reign supreme? Which will come out on top? These are premium cases. They are pricey. I understand that. But as a devoted Switch player, it's like some people buy another Switch, some people buy all the Joy-Con. It's, you know, it makes sense to invest in a case if you're going to be using it a lot. This one right here, $80. This one right here, $60. You may say, holy cow, sticker shock, what are you getting for that? But let me tell you, the premium materials and what it's able to provide, I think you'll find that they're pretty darn worth it. This guy is a lot like his older brother, many of the same features. In fact, it's basically identical features in a smaller form factor. We're talking the game cartridge slots in the front. That's one of the first things that attracted me to these Waterfield cases in the first place, is the fact that it had a nice, secure way to store your cards. And they're gonna be locked in and you can see them. I love that when you open it, they're right there. Boom, what games I got going on? I got ARMS, LA Noire, Breath of the Wild, boom. I've gotten pretty good at reading the bottom little segment of the game cart because that's all you can see, but Nintendo does a nice job of making sure, you know, some games just have the words, but most games have the picture like, that's Cole Phelps, L.A. Noire. That's Springman, that's ARMS. So I love that. And then internally, we'll put the Switch Lite in here, but internally, you got the same pouches. You got the main pouch, and it has this really nice red square. And you might say, what's that red square for? That red square is the screen protection. So when we take the Switch Lite and we put it in this case, you'll see that the screen matches up right with the red square when it slips in there, and then that's extra padding and protection, that red square right there, to keep the screen nice and good. Now it is a snug fit, and that's one thing that I like less about the little brother in comparison to the big brother. It feels snugger, and I know they're trying to keep a slight form factor, but it feels really snug. So we put other things in it, and it's a little bit of a tight fit. I can, if you want, take a Joy-Con, because, you know, it's a Switch Lite, so if you want multiplayer, you may need another Joy-Con. I can take a Joy-Con and I can slip it in the back. It's got this nice zipper pouch on the back, and it's a little, you know, it's a little bulky, it bulges. I'm worried about the thumbstick, but it's in there, and it's secure, and it'll stay, and it'll hold. And then, you know, in the front pouches, we can say, oh, what do we want to put in here? You know, you don't need to put game cards because you have your game card slot, but maybe you'd like to put headphones in. Some good headphones so that you can listen to your games on the plane or on the bus or the doctor's office. Those are going to fit comfortably. It's just, it's a little bit of a snugger fit to try and get these snaps to button. I like the snaps a lot, especially on the older brother, but as you can see, to get them to click in, it feels tight. And that might be a secure feeling, but to me, it's almost a little too tight. I wish that this case was slightly bigger, just so it wasn't as much of a stressor to stretch this and connect it. I kind of like it's, I don't know, maybe I'm just bad with buttons and snaps, but it feels like it takes a little bit of effort. Compared to the big brother, it's more of like a, you know, boom. They kind of match up. They kind of go like this material is a little bit, I don't know, it's got a little bit of extra length. It's not bad in any way. It's still very premium. The materials are incredibly nice. It looks very, very classy. It's got strong protection. I don't know that I like the Joy-Con in the back, so, you know, you probably would want to put the Joy-Con in the interior maybe, but there's not a lot of room. There is a back pouch. You can see I kind of got it stored in the back there behind the Switch, and that, you know, that doesn't really impact the button closure all that much. It might be a better solution. You might be better off putting cords, and it gives the Joy-Con protection, so now the thumbstick is not sticking out. I think I like it actually better on the interior. So this is still a very good case, but, you know, I was thinking about trying something different for the Switch Lite, and I saw this case and I said, what is going on here? It's kind of like a pencil case. Do I want a pencil case for my Switch Lite? But then I said, holy cow, look at that form factor. Look at that slight profile. It's basically nothing. How does this work? And I open it up, and it's like Felix's bag of tricks, because this thing looks so small and slim. You open it up, and there's a whole lot of room in there, and it doesn't seem like there would be, but this thing can stretch and bend. And I'm getting a call. I'm trying to make a video. So we'll take the Switch Lite, and I'm going to show you that it has equally soft material, wonderful soft material. I think it's supposed to go this way, yeah, because that's where the square kind of matches up. It's not a different color square, but there is still a very soft square here, and it's so cuddly. Like, I wish my bed was made out of these interior materials. They're so nice. And then, boom, it's in. So what else can this do besides hold the Switch Lite? It has this really strong magnet. It closes almost instantaneously. The stress that I felt trying to close the CitySlicker with the slipcase, boom, it just closed. So what else does this guy have besides that nice soft square? Well, it's got extra pouches, so you can put things like game carts in here. And I know this is an issue for some people because loose game carts drive some of you crazy. And it used to drive me crazy too, but I learned to love it for a couple of reasons. One, I've gone way more digital since I got my Switch Lite, so I don't have that many carts that I want to bring. And two, this case is really good about staying closed and really staying closed. You can shake this thing, you can throw this thing, it's not gonna open. That is a strong magnet. I'm shaking this thing aggressively. It can drop on the floor, it's not gonna come out. Unless you pry it open, then it'll come out. But this magnet is strong and secure, and it'll stay in there. So you're not losing those cartridges. It kind of looks like it has a meshy material, but it's actually more like a nice sweater or jacket. There's no porousness or holes in this mesh. It's not really mesh. It looks like mesh for the design, but it's not mesh. It just has a cool aesthetic. It's got that pencil case vibe that I was talking about. But this material, I worried that it would get ripped or caught. It hasn't yet. And they've got this leather strip on the bottom, I think to add extra weight and keep it, you know, looking cool, but also to protect, to make sure that this material stays together, that this material doesn't break. And if you set it down, or this is at the bottom, or anything hits it or impales it, being a little rough with it here, don't know why, it's gonna be good, right? It's gonna work super well for your system. There's also another pocket where you can put some other things. You could put headphones, or, you know, if you're feeling weird like me, you could put your iPod Nano. Bet you haven't seen one of these in years. I've been back in the iPod lately. They're great for podcasts or bike rides or falling asleep in bed with something you don't want to radiate you. I like it a lot. I've been using it a lot, and I'm glad that I still have one. Or, you know, you could be a goofball like me and put an organic lollipop in there and save it for the plane. But look, it's all in there, and I'm telling you, the profile stays the same. I can even take, this Joy-Con, my neon yellow Joy-Con. I bet I can take this. If I didn't really need my iPod or my lollipop, I could put the Joy-Con in the back. Check that out. Joy-Con in there, game carts in the front, Switch Lite in the middle, and boom, it fits. It fits. I love that it's kind of got this triangular form where it bulges in the middle a bit, but it stays so nice and thin at the edges, and it still is secure. This thing is not going to open up. You're not going to lose anything. Nothing is going to open out, which is awesome. But it is very solid, very sturdy, and very protective. And at $60, you know, this is a $200 system that I've outfitted with a big memory card that I have a lot of games on that I want to keep safe, and I have never scratched, dented, smudged, smeared this system once. Now, when I take it out, I do put it inside of its grip, and then it resides in there, so that helps protect it as I play. But in terms of my travel and my case, it has never been damaged. Nothing. I've kept my limited edition Zacian and Zamazenta Switch in perfect condition for almost a half a year, which is awesome. And I plan to continue to do so because this case is the one I'm rolling with. This case is the one I really like. And this case is the one that I recommend. If you are looking for a premium solution for your Switch Lite, this is the guy to get. The slip case from Waterfield. It is fantastic. It costs a pretty penny, but I think it is worth the asking price, and it does everything that I've asked of it, everything that I need. And if that's not for you, like I said, there's a $15 case that will work just fine. It's, you know, it's interior, it's foam, it's plastic, but it has your game cart, it has a slot for a Joy-Con or the cords. It'll protect it. You know, it's not gonna be as pretty, it's not gonna be as protective, it's not gonna be as soft. Stuff may rattle around, it's not as form-fitting, but it'll do the job, so it's up to you. So there you have it. My Switch Lite case. The SwitchForce seal of approval slapped onto this slipcase from Waterfield. I love this one. I think it's worth it. But let me know in the comments down below what you think, and if there's any Switch Lite cases you've been loving. I have tried a bunch of them, and this is where I've ended up. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and like the new set. We're gonna be using it from here on out. So a lot more Nintendo flair. We got Amiibo, we got Funko Pops, we got some bigger Nintendo statues and figures. We got the Triforce Lite. Oh, I don't think there. You can even see the Triforce Lite. More Amiibo. Captain Toad up there. I don't know if you can even see him. Gotta give some love to Kylo Ren and Spider-Man. They just fit the whole aesthetic and match the color scheme perfectly. But enough about my setup. I could talk about this all day, but you're gonna see more of it in the next video. So we'll get out of here. Be good to yourself and others out there. Have a fantastic day. SwitchForce